Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Lune. Um, and I have a special little topic today. So, today I wanted to talk about our inner child and what that really means, and how you can kind of go back into your past to help heal traumas and, belief systems and stuff that have been ingrained in you since you were a child. So, what is the inner child? The inner child was the you when you were younger, that was essentially in the formative years, that was socialized to believe certain things based on your family, your peers, and just your overall environment and your experiences. And sometimes difficult things happen when you're younger, like traumas, or you know, you are taught certain beliefs that become instilled in you from a young age. And while these are normal human things, sometimes they can restrict you from being your true self at your core, at your soul level. So when we talk about healing our inner child, it is essentially shedding all of those conditionings that were placed on us when we were children to help us get to where in this moment who we are actually, to help us live our lives in a better, fuller, more genuine, authentic way that is aligned with who we are at a soul level. So I have been doing this thing where I imagine a younger version of myself, literally as a child. And it doesn't matter what age, essentially, you can visualize whatever you want, but imagining a younger version of myself and speaking to that child as if it were there. And what this does is helps you visualize what it is that happened to your inner child, to your actual child self. It helps you go back into your memories, almost regress a bit, so that you can figure out like what affected you and what hurt your child. But not only that, you can figure out who you really are. When you talk to your inner child in the way that I have done, you are able to ask, what do you need, to your inner child? And you can ask, what do you want? It is almost asking your past young self what it really wants, what it really needs. And once you learn that, that is essentially the core of the most genuine part of who you are, the purest form of you. And if you are to do this, I would suggest that you not only do this with your child self, but your teenage self, your 20-year-old self, 30-year-old self, 40, and so on, however old you are. And you find the different versions of yourselves in different aspects and parts and times in your life, and you speak to those parts of yourselves as if you are in it or they are there with you. And this helps you communicate with yourself as if you were that version again. It helps you essentially heal the past difficulties that you have experienced and the belief systems and the conditionings so that you can shed it. So, I will speak about this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not licensed in that way, and I'm not going to pretend that I am. So, but I have learned a few things in psychology, and one thing is that in therapy, in many therapies, the focus is usually to go back into the past and to look at past memories and to almost resolve them, resolve conflicts so that they don't affect you on a mental, like psychological, internal level. They don't affect you in the present moment. Because when we are stuck in our past, even subconsciously stuck in our past, we cannot fully and genuinely live in the moment. So the purpose of looking at those different versions of yourself and talking to it is to help to resolve those things that you weren't able to in your past so that you can live more genuinely, authentically in your present moment. It is releasing all of the burdens of things that no longer serve you, are no longer happening, are not your current reality, so that you can live in your current reality. Because, as you know, when you are stuck in the future, in the past, you are not here. You are not living. You are somewhere else, even if your body is here. And so the whole point is to try to get to a point where you are grounded in your body, your mind, your soul, all your bodies right here, right now, in the present moment, to experience what you're meant to experience. And to let go of the things that you have already experienced, and to let go of trying to figure out the outcome or what's going to happen next in your experience. Because again, then you're not even experiencing, because you're thinking about the experiencing instead of doing the experiencing. It's counterintuitive, it's counterproductive, it doesn't make sense. So, and I know that's a little bit difficult, especially if you have struggled with anxiety, depression, stuff like that, where it almost feels like your mind is spiraling. But I urge you to look into those past things, look at your inner child, and really figure out the specific things that are holding you back and in your present moment, because it will help you significantly. I suggest inner child healings, meditation, yoga, dancing, somatic movement, in addition to simply talking to the younger versions of yourselves and really understanding what hurt you and what that version of you wants and who that version of you is. That is how you find out who you are and how you heal who you are into who you really are. So that was my message for today. Yeah. So I hope that information helps you in some way. I have been working at my inner child recently, and it's been actually very illuminating and very healing. So it really helps free you. It allows you to live your life. So I hope you will take that into consideration, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.